How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. We also got to put in the disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor and this isn't financial advice. So just know when you do invest, you're doing it at your own risk. So today we're going to be talking about AMC, which ended up having a strong performance in the market today, and I just checked it. It's killing it in after hours. But before we get started, of course, we got to go over an agenda. The first thing that we're going to be going over is the media FUD and the big time manipulation that went down today with Mudrick Capital. But hey, we'll get into more details. Second thing, we're going to be going over doing a technical analysis. I just saw what was been going down inside the after hours, and it's good to see what I was talking about in the technicals. It's definitely showing out. Then when all of that is done, we're going to be taking a look at the recent institutional ownership. We want to know today, June 1st, have institutions been loading up on AMC? And that's what we're going to find out. And then when all of that is done, I'll be giving you guys my final thoughts. So let's get into it. So first, let's go over the dirty and blatant manipulative tactics that we saw today inside the market in regards to AMC. So AMC wanted to raise some cash. So they ended up selling 8.5 million shares, and they are able to raise 230 million, just a little bit over that. So that came out to a fact where they were able to sell at least $27 per share, a little bit over that as well. Who did they sell it to? They ended up selling it to Mudrick Capital. So they buy these shares at $27, just a little bit over that, like I said. And then what they do, they go out and say, well, you know what? AMC is massively overvalued, and they sell out of their position. But the interesting part about this is who has part ownership in Mudrick Capital? Citadel. So taking all of this into consideration, I do believe that this was orchestrated. And the fact that it went down, we saw that it had a minor dip, but guess what? The apes, people who were buying in, wanted to get in on this action and be a part of this movement, ended up making sure that, hey, no, hedge funds, institutes, it doesn't work that way. If you want to pull out those particular tactics, we're going to make sure that we buy the dips. And that's exactly what went down. But this also goes back to what I was saying in regards to media FUD. It just shows you how dirty the stock market can be. The playing field is not leveled whatsoever. And it's not ironic due to the fact that they are linked to Citadel. So this is something that I really want to show you guys so you see how things are actually moving. But one thing that I love about this entire situation, when they're resorting to these type of dirty tactics, it's showing that they're looking very desperate. And part of the reason why I see that they're looking really desperate and they are scared, take a look at what's going down in after hours. By the time this video gets uploaded, it might be getting close to the end, but we're having a serious run. These shorts know they are sweating. They know they're in a lot of trouble here. And this is part of the reasons why they're subduing themselves to these tactics that we saw. Another thing I want to go over, many people are kind of going at Adam Aron saying, hey, why are you selling shares? What's going on with that? One thing you need to understand, this man is the CEO of AMC Theaters. His job not only is to provide value to shareholders and investors, but it's to keep the company moving. If they need to raise capital so they can start looking at other opportunities or keep the business operational, then hey, you really cannot be mad at that. His goal is to make sure AMC stays afloat and it's thriving. So if you are a shareholder and you're not happy about the decision that he made, I feel like that is really unfair there. And it's not fair to put him in that position to say, well, you know what? No, you shouldn't be selling any stock whatsoever. So would you rather the company go straight into the ground, right? And you're holding those shares and there's nothing coming out of it? Or would you rather help him raise some cash or be cool with him raising cash so he can actually bring AMC forward and bring it back to the heights of where it was previously? Hey, I'm going with the latter. I love the fact that he actually did this, and I know exactly where he's coming from here, so I'm not going to victimize him. The other thing that I want to go over, I literally can't wait for tomorrow. But anyways, let's get into the technical analysis, and then we're going to be taking a look at the recent institutional ownership. So let's get to that, and I'll give you guys my final thoughts. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for AMC, which ended up having a strong day today. So it ended up closing at $32.04, being up 22.66% on the day. On the low, it tested $28.53. Then on the high, testing $33.53. So when we take a look at our indicators, how is AMC lining up? Of course, AMC is looking bullish. It is well above the 200-day, the 100-day, and as well as a 21-day EMA. If we take a look at the RSI down below, it is around 55. Do keep in mind the chart that we're looking at is actually the 5-day, 5-minute chart, because again, we're just tracking the short-term trend of the overall stock. But anyways, to move on further, so what I'm going to be looking forward to in regards to tomorrow, of course, we have a resistance area here. We ended up getting up to around $33.53, but again, you can see by that candle, it wasn't there for too long, but we definitely have a resistance area to pay attention to here right at $32.64. So if we're able to pick up some momentum and have some more buying pressure, then we can definitely get into the $34 range, and no doubt about it, I feel if we can get into 34, then we could easily get into 36, and if we can get past 36, then you already know things are going to get real hot. But that's what I wanted to kind of let you guys know and be aware of in regards to the price action. Where I want to see AMC actually close, I just want to see it actually close above $30. Hey, I'm going to be honest with you guys. So at the end of after hours, if we're above 30, things are still looking great for AMC, and there's no doubt in my mind we should be able to maintain that. So if we do not, and I repeat, if we don't finish or close at 30, the next number that I'm going to be going up to will definitely be around $31. We're on FinTel. We're going to take a look at the institutional ownership for AMC. We want to see which institutions have been loading up today on the stock. Green rows indicate new positions, while red rows indicate closed positions. So you can see right away, as far as June the 1st, we have a good amount of institutional activity. And there's a notable name on this list, which is Vanguard. Vanguard going in real heavy right now. We can see as far as total shares taking into consideration June the 1st, 6.5 million. Vanguard with another fund going in with 370,000 shares. Another fund, 10.7 million shares pretty much. Also seeing another fund going in with 360,400 shares, and Vanguard Extended going in 5.3 million. Vanguard Total Stock Market Index going in with 12.4 million. Vanguard is loading up heavy on AMC. This is one thing I want you guys to pay attention to here, and it definitely does show some bullish sentiment on the side of Vanguard. So for my final thoughts for AMC, I definitely like how things are looking for tomorrow. Another thing to take into consideration, taking a look at the institutional ownership, we are seeing Vanguard is loading up on shares of AMC. And this could be going on for a variety of reasons. We know that shorts, hey, they need shares. They need to cover. So just seeing Vanguard, I think they see an opportunity here and they're like, hey, you're going to need shares. So you're going to have to come to us to come get those shares. And they're also loading up for themselves because they do see the upside in this particular play. That's what I'm seeing. And this is why I am not too surprised that the institutional activity is continuing to rev up. And I look forward to seeing that continue also for the rest of the week. As far as for the price action, like I was saying, as long as AMC finishes above $30, $31, things are going to continue to look good. But even if it didn't, I feel like it would gain enough momentum to get itself right back up there anyways. Another thing I want to say, if you are in this particular play, just make sure it's money that you are not afraid to lose, all right? I don't want you guys putting any money that you have any immediate need for. You got to be able to be in this play, and the goal is to buy and hold. We are looking for a tremendous amount of upside. We want to see this stock go to the moon. And the fact of the matter is, you want to make sure you're prepared, and the best way to be prepared is to make sure that you're buying up shares and you are holding. We are seeing the impact that it's had on this stock, and this is part of the reasons I want to emphasize that. As far as your particular situation in regards to how you're purchasing shares, I said this in the previous video, if you are buying on margin, just make sure that you have some money on the side, so just in case if it has some more volatility, you do not get margin called. This is very, very key here. And also do understand there could be a lot of volatility, a lot more pullbacks. Hell, we even saw that today, but the stock recovered strong because again, people are buying and they are holding. This is the strategy here. And the fact that the media FUD and also these hedge funds are getting desperate and are resorting to dirty tactics, it's game over. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and we talking real soon.